being treated harshly, or even being judged of who you are based off your skin. You may not see this around you, but many people have actually experienced it. I myself have grown up witnessing this throughout the community and seen the attempts to help the diversity throughout it. And this is a problem throughout the community everywhere, but especially here in Fargo and even across the world in Paris. And some people may not know what diversity is to the full extent, but it is an issue. So I will inform you on where it began in America, what's being put in place to help it, and how it is prevalent today. First, I will begin with where diversity has begun to be approached. It first started with segregation back in the 1900s. Within the U.S., a big problem was with housing and where everyone lived within the neighborhoods. In a study from Carl and Alma in housing segregation, they found that 8 cities of 207 in 1960 had a greater segregation percentage than 70%. This meaning that 0% is being fully integrated and 100% being all white or all black. Also, public amenities were very segregated as well. Going on buses for African Americans, being forced to sit in the back, even if they did not want to, or also not being able to use the same bathroom, drinking fountains, sitting in the same area at a sporting event, or even the same waiting room. Next, I will cover on how it is being implemented around us. With rising conflicts and issues in the U.S., they began to implement the ideas to help diversify the population. Some major changes came to the higher education system. According to an article from ResearchGate in 1998, students who attended desegregated schools were more likely to accept diversity as an adult in any aspect. The government also implemented financial aid and scholarships to certain racial groups, certain racial and ethnic groups. And not only did this change in the school system, but also changed in the workforce as well. So the companies began to implement the EEO or affirmative action policies. They also implemented a Title VII Act, which outlawed discrimination based on your color, your race, your religion, or national origin. Finally, I will talk on how it is still a problem today. Even with the past, we still face this issue in everyday life, especially with racism being so prevalent and ongoing as it is. One of the more controversial areas is with the police shootings in African Americans. Many people say that it is the police officers targeting the individual based on their race or color, and not if they actually did the crime or not. And just like the education system we still live in, it is a very big problem as well. A 2003 report by Harvard Civil Rights Project states that 1/6 black students attend schools where whites are nearly non-existent and also around poverty. They also state that 14% of white Americans students attend schools where only 3 or more racial ethnic groups are present. Now you can see how this is still an ongoing issue. And many people don't know what diversity really did entail, but I helped with covering where the controversy began, where it started taking place to being helped, and how it finished, or how it is still around today. Now, imagine being someone involved with diversity, with the struggle of diversity. How would you feel?